There are things smart people just don't say, not because they're hiding something, but because they know better. Every time you speak, you're either building power or giving it away. And the crazy part? Most people sabotage themselves with just a few careless words. In this video, I'm going to show you 7 things an intelligent person never says. If you've ever felt misunderstood, underestimated, or like people don't take you seriously, this is your wake-up call. Stay till the end, because the last one is something 99% of people say without even thinking. But it silently destroys respect, opportunity, and even relationships. Once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. And I'll also share one phrase that instantly makes people see you as more powerful and composed, no matter who you are. Let's dive in. Number 1. That's just who I am. At first glance, it sounds harmless, like an honest expression of self. But dig deeper, and you'll see it for what it truly is. A quiet resignation. When someone says this, they're not declaring authenticity. They're waving the white flag on growth. They're choosing comfort over evolution. Intelligent people understand that identity isn't carved in stone. It's shaped, reshaped, and refined through time, effort, and brutal self-awareness. Saying, "That's just who I am," becomes a shield, a subtle way of dodging responsibility, change, or the discomfort that comes with growth. Think about it. How many opportunities are lost, how many relationships strained, simply because someone refused to evolve? Picture the person who lashes out in anger, ruins a moment, and then defends it with this phrase: "It's not strength. It's fear wearing the mask of honesty." Growth hurts. It demands you question your patterns, unlearn your pride, and stretch into unfamiliar skin. But staying the same, that's a slow death in disguise. You weren't born to remain. You were born to become. Number 2. I already know that. Confidence whispers, while insecurity shouts. You'll rarely hear truly intelligent people cutting others off with, "I already know that." Why? Because wisdom isn't about showing off what you know. It's about staying curious even when the topic feels familiar. The smartest people understand that repetition reveals depth, that a lesson heard a second or 10th time can suddenly click in a deeper, more meaningful way. Think about it. How many times have you rewatched a movie or reread a book only to notice something you completely missed the first time? Life is the same. The arrogant person interrupts to impress, but the wise one leans in, listening with intention, knowing that every voice carries a unique perspective. Saying "I know" may feel like a flex in the moment, but it shuts the door on growth, conversation, and even connection. More than that, it signals you're no longer teachable, and once you stop learning, you stop evolving. So next time someone shares something you've heard before, don't shut them down. Ask yourself, what new layer might I uncover this time? Number 3. It's not fair. We've all felt it. The sting of being overlooked, the frustration when effort isn't rewarded, or the bitterness that comes when others succeed with half the work. In those moments, it's tempting to cry out, "It's not fair." But here's the truth. Life was never designed to be fair. Intelligent people learn this early, not as a form of cynicism, but as a strategy for survival. They understand that complaining about fairness may win sympathy from a few, but to the wrong people, it signals helplessness, vulnerability, and lack of control. The world isn't listening for your cries, it's watching how you respond. So, instead of shouting into the void, ask yourself the real question: what can I do about it? Stoicism teaches a brutal but liberating truth. Focus only on what you can control and let go of the rest. Your mindset is your weapon. Your actions are your power, Justice isn't something you wait for, it's something you build with your own hands. The world owes you nothing, and that's your greatest advantage. Because when you stop expecting fairness, you stop waiting, and you start moving. Number 4. That's impossible. When someone says, "That's impossible," what they're often revealing is a deeper, quieter belief. I don't believe in myself. It's not the situation that lacks potential. It's the mindset that's collapsed under fear, doubt, or past failure. Intelligent people understand that the word impossible is rarely about reality and almost always about perception. They've seen how breakthroughs happen in silence, how a small startup can disrupt a billion-dollar industry, how an underdog with relentless drive can outshine raw talent, how a person's entire life can change from one decision, one shift, in perspective. History is filled with examples. Flight was once impossible, so was space travel, breaking the 4-minute mile, or building a global business from a laptop. So when someone casually drops "that's impossible," the intelligent person doesn't argue. They ask better questions. What are we missing? What would it take? Because often the problem isn't that something can't be done, it's that no one's had the courage to try differently. Number 5. They're lucky. Saying someone is just lucky might feel harmless, but it's one of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves. It lets us off the hook. It whispers, "You didn't fail, you just didn't get lucky." But here's the truth. Attributing someone's success solely to luck is the coping mechanism of the mediocre. Behind every so-called lucky break is often a mountain of silent struggle. Late nights no one saw, sacrifices no one applauded, and a level of discipline most wouldn't survive. That viral creator? They uploaded videos for years with zero recognition. That millionaire? They endured rejection, ridicule, and doubt long before the world noticed. Intelligent people don't dismiss success. They dissect it. They ask, what habits do they have that I don't? What choices are they making in silence? Because deep down they understand that luck is often just life's reward for those who prepared when no one was watching. Most people wait for the opportunity. The smart ones build themselves for it, relentlessly, patiently, and without applause. Number 6. That's not my fault. Blame is a thief, quietly robbing you of your strength every time you use it as an excuse. It's the quickest route to disempowerment, a trap that keeps you stuck in a cycle of helplessness. When something goes wrong, do you immediately point the finger at others? Or do you pause, take a deep breath, and look inward? The intelligent person knows that true power doesn't lie in shifting blame. It lies in embracing responsibility, even for things that seem beyond your control. Imagine the difference it makes when, instead of throwing your hands up and blaming the world, you ask yourself, what can I learn from this? What could I have done differently? Taking responsibility, especially when it's uncomfortable, is the doorway to transformation. When you do this, you step into the driver's seat of your own life. No one else can give you that control. Blame keeps you powerless, but responsibility fuels your ability to change the outcome. You become the author of your own story, no longer a victim of circumstances, but a creator of solutions. What if the next time something goes wrong, you were able to ask yourself, how can I make this right, no matter what? That's the mindset of someone who commands their own destiny. Number 7. It's always been this way. These words are a silent killer. They stifle creativity, trap progress in a cage of tradition, and ensure that innovation is nothing more than a distant dream. This phrase is the enemy of evolution, both personal and collective. It's a shield for those too afraid to question, too comfortable to challenge. Intelligent people, visionaries, know that just because something has always been done a certain way doesn't mean it's the best or even the right way. Think about the countless businesses that have crumbled because they clung to outdated methods, too hesitant to embrace change. Imagine the countless relationships that flounder because one partner is stuck in old habits, too afraid to grow together. Growth isn't born from complacency. It emerges from daring to ask the hard questions. Why do we do things this way? Is there a better path? From the boardroom to the bedroom to the mind, the real question should never be, what's normal? But instead, what works? Imagine a life where you embrace challenge, where you reject the comfortable lie of, it's always been this way, and instead, you dare to carve out a new, more powerful path. Progress lies in the hands of those willing to break the mold. Conclusion. Here's the truth. The way you speak is a mirror of how you think, and your thoughts shape your destiny. Most people sabotage their lives not with big dramatic decisions, but with small daily phrases that weaken them from the inside out. You've made it this far, which already puts you ahead of the average, but don't stop here. Take this seriously. Watch your language like you watch your money, because one careless phrase can cost you far more than you think. Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these phrases have you said without realizing it? Drop it in the comments, be honest. It could help someone else reflect too. And if this video hits something deep in you, don't scroll away. Like, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because the next video might just be the one that changes how you think forever.